Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting. I appreciate y'all being here at the channel today. And before we get started, please take a moment, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this with friends, associates, colleagues. If you're in gym management, if you own clubs, you have people working for you, share this with your staff. It's a great way to educate them, great way for them to learn more about the industry, and then learn more about me and my company and how we can help take your business to that next level. Please check out the links below. And so with that said, let's get into our topic here today. In my title, it's 5 drivers of gym employee engagement and retention. Drivers. What are the 5 drivers of employee engagement and retention? Because at the end of the day, your staff, your people, this is your brand. This is your company. Okay, this is what makes it go. And we want to hire good people. We want to keep them around for a long, long time. And so I want to give you 5 things we can think about, to help create engagement and to help keep them with us a long, long time. So number 1 is enable fulfillment. Here's the reality, okay? People accept jobs for a reason, okay? They accept jobs for a reason. Understand, why they're accepting that job and help provide the fulfillment of it. Okay, because no matter what the position is, if they're taking a job for sales, why are they taking it? Okay, what's the reasons for it? Understand it, because they do it for that fulfillment of it. Okay, understand what it is. Okay, and too often when people get hired, we might go through some of this, but we forget it later. I would compare it a little bit to writing a business plan when we first get started. I see so many folks, I'll get that business plan put together because you need it for financing, you need it for getting your lease, but then we don't manage based on those objectives. Okay, later on, we just file it away. Keep using it. And so understand that when you hire people, they accept this job for a reason. Know what that reason is. Manage based on those objectives. It's like knowing that super objective. Why is this important to them? Maybe for them, they're a second income earner in the household, and this is how they're going to pay for, food and gas and make the car payment, or, buy school supplies for the kids. Just understand why they're accepting that job. Understand, that super objective. Number 2, they provide opportunities to grow. You want to provide opportunities, for your staff to grow and get better. If you want to employee engagement and you want long-term retention, your staff must be able to grow. And so what you want to do is you want to be able to create new opportunities for them. Okay, and it's one of the things, like from an ownership standpoint, I tell gym owners all the time, is that there's 2 things that we need to do as an owner. Either grow the business or sell the business. Because if you're not growing it, you're going to get stagnant. And this is going to cause problems with staff. Because if there's not growth opportunities, many folks won't stick around. So always be looking, how do I create new opportunities? And the truth is they're endless, okay? Particularly you got 2 storefronts. You got your storefront of your physical plant where people walk in and work out, but your other storefront's the website. And that's almost a global opportunity, okay? In retail sales and supplement sales, you could have online programming. There's an awful lot you can do there. So you can create opportunities and make sure you want to provide these to your folks that that are looking for those. Number 3, empower responsible employees. Okay, empower them. People want to be trusted. People want to know that their opinion counts. People want to know that you believe in them. Okay, so empower responsible employees. One of the things that I do when I get involved in a club and we're doing a turnaround, okay, one of the first things I do, and this is done confidential, I don't even give this back to the owners, this information that I get, because I want people to know they can speak openly, because I want honest, open information, is I will send out a get acquainted worksheet to everybody. Okay, and I ask them all sorts of questions. What would you do if you were the owner? What would you change? How would you try this? I want their opinions, and I'm looking for ways to implement that. I'm looking for ways to do it. If it fits within the guidelines of what we're trying to do here, I'm going to do it, because employees want to be trusted. I've done it in sales many times. Hey, what would you guys like to do this week for a special incentive? What do you think would work? Yeah, I remember, one club, they wanted to give away, this club had never done this, by the way. They wanted to give away first month's free dues, and I think their dues were $85, $90 a month. That club had never done it, and that's what they wanted to do. And I said, well, I'll go to bat for you. We'll get that done. But you got to get results, because if we don't, they're probably going to say no later. And I think on the last day of the month, they did something like 102 sales. Okay, so they certainly, proved themselves on that one. So empower responsible employees. The employees, they want to be trusted. Okay, facilitate collaboration. Facilitate collaboration. You want to collaborate with your staff. Okay, get them involved, like I'm talking about. Solicit their opinions. What are your thoughts? Okay, I've given the example before. I remember sitting at a training session we were doing. It was a training with front desk staff. Okay, and we invited everybody to attend. And there was a girl who worked the weekends, and she only worked 1 or 2 hours on the weekends. She didn't work much, and no one really even knew who she was, except maybe the payroll person. And I remember her being as well thought out and having as much insight as anybody at that table. I mean, she had her act together, and she knew what she was talking about. And it became very much a collaborative effort here on things that needed to happen at that front desk. So facilitate this collaboration. Get people's opinions. Hey, what do you think? How would you handle this? Okay. And then finally on my list on really how to drive employee engagement and retention is really support people through proper process. Proper process. What is the process? How do we answer the phone? How do we book an appointment? How do we follow up? What is the sales process? What is the second sale? Okay, how does all this work? Support them through proper process. In other words, train them. Train your staff. And training is ongoing. It's no different than your members. They might come in, they train, get great results. They quit training, what happens? They lose that. They quit getting better. Train your staff. Support them through proper process of how this is done. So these are 5 tips for you to really help with employee engagement and to help with employee retention, because what you want to stay away from is this constant churn. I know I've seen some really good managers end up just leaving the business because they weren't good at retaining their staff. It was constantly starting over. And if you're constantly starting over, it is a challenge and it is difficult. We want to keep our folks, but there's a right way and wrong way to do it. And I'll wrap up with this. Maybe this is 5.5 on my list. Instead of 5, you get 5.5. Okay, I'm going to over-deliver. Okay, is treat your staff like you would your very best customer. Treat your staff like you would your very best customer. I mean, all the things we talk about in terms of how we're trying to retain customers, do the same thing here. Okay, it'll pay you the biggest dividend of all. All right, folks, my name is Jim Thomas. My company is Fitness Management and Consulting. I appreciate you being here at the channel today. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. Please share this with friends, associates, and colleagues. And we look forward to seeing y'all on that next video.